Hello, welcome to Farmspace. Right, I'm doing this one we're starting off in English, and we're going to keep on English because I got Darren Childs here, all the way from Australia, talking to us about the Droughtmaster, and this one you do not want to miss. We're here at the Droughtmaster at Nampo. Make sure you get here. It's right next to the SABBS, that is our boerboels. So make sure you don't miss them at all. Okay, but let me stop talking and get Darren talking here. Darren, good afternoon. How are you doing?
Very well, thank you. How are you going?
I'm great, going on well here. Darren, let's right off the bank just get to the Droughtmaster. You guys have, as a family, has been a generation Droughtmaster farmers.
Yeah.
Where in Australia do you guys farm?
So home's in central Queensland, sort of inland from Rockhampton, which is the beef capital of Australia, I might add.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's home. We have a number of properties throughout central Queensland.
Yeah. Tough country. Not only does but a lot of sort of ticks and that sort of stuff around. Not the easiest farming country in the world, is it?
No, it's reasonably good cattle country, to be honest. It's natural cattle country, we call it. But certainly our tick loads are high, fly, and it gets dry, and it gets very wet. So yeah, it can be a challenge.
Okay, quickly, let's start with a Droughtmaster coming to South Africa. As from the beginning, from Australia's side, Australia's a continent. You've got all the different types of climates over there, different environments, and you do find the Droughtmaster all over. From an Australian point of view, it is the adaptable breed and the breed that does do well all over.
Yeah, certainly. I guess, when you look at Australia, probably you could nearly draw a line from the centre right through, and then there north is basically the country where any animal with a little bit of Bos Indicus, that's the home of them. We do have cattle down in the south, in the really cold country as well. But it's just testament to the Droughtmaster breed and their adaptability into a wider, I suppose, a wider environmental areas, I guess.
Bringing the Droughtmasters to South Africa, the main focus is making sure that they do adapt here, that they do add to the beef industry in South Africa. The little bit that you've seen so far, I know you've been working with Jon Dunhauser for a while, you know the guys. Happy with what you see as a breed that is adapting and is setting himself here in South Africa?
Yeah, absolutely. Looks, some of the first genetics came in, quite a while ago, and we were part of that, and I was lucky enough to come over, in those early days, got to meet a few of the guys that were looking to use it, and I guess I saw a bunch of people that were, passionate about the cattle industry, had a pretty clear vision of what they wanted and what they expected out of the cattle. And I think the other thing that probably, I understood straight away was the challenges that the environment put on them and were going to put on the cattle, and that gave me a fair bit of confidence that the breed was going to go well. So from, that's 18, 20 years ago, I guess, it's been a bit of a dream of mine to see the Droughtmaster breed not only come to South Africa but also flourish. So I'm super happy with the way things are going, and very, very confident with the group of guys that are breeding the cattle.
Now, it's nice to see the breed doing so well at the moment, and the guys are really backing it all the way. Bringing in so most of the animals in South Africa are coming from F1s, F2s as they breed them up into stud cattle at the moment. But there is a sort of thing, the 30 or 60 years that you guys have been busy with the Droughtmaster, might be more, depending on my math. But those genetics you can't replace within 5 or 10 years or 20 years. Bringing those genetics back must play a vital role to make sure that the Droughtmaster get that uniformity almost. But those genetics that you've got, that where the name comes from, the Droughtmaster, things that will adapt, that will survive, and will be as tough.
Yeah, and absolutely. And I think it's those similarities of requirements to both adapt and then succeed. Our industry's slightly different. We have we have different market specifications, but the fundamentals are the same. We look for fertility, adaptability, longevity, all those things that are the backbone of I suppose making a business profitable. And with the genetics that are coming in, I believe it is crucial that the South African guys are able to tap into some fresh blood. They're doing a fantastic job, but the genetics that that are coming into South Africa are generationally bred, towards, I suppose, in some ways they're a bit more predictable, and that comes from 6-7 generations of purity. So I think it's a great thing, and I think going forward that requirement for those new genetics is needed, and it'll do nothing but bolster the success of what they've already achieved.
I think the one thing that I have seen from your guys, short term, I went to Australia, and what I've seen on pictures and so on is the quality of your polled genetics, because polled is quite important on your guys' side. Most of your breed is polled at the moment, from what I understand. Yeah, we're still going that way. I think getting to polled genetics must be crucial for South African breeders to be the Droughtmaster we want to be.
Yeah, absolutely. So I guess when we talk seed stock, we do that on the basis that we're going to sell bulls. Obviously, that's the market, and currently in Australia, as a Droughtmaster breeder, we struggle to keep up with the demand. There's a huge growth area opened up in the north now for the Droughtmaster breed, and so it's extremely positive. But as you said, that ability to have predictability in your genetics certainly helps when you're breeding lines of commercial bulls.
Yeah, 100%. I watched the Beef Australia that you guys really went through. The Droughtmaster in the carcass competition doing extremely well, commercial and stud side as a breed, extremely well. And you said to me you might be winning the breed that has won the competition the most over the years. Could be close, but you do quality a little different than we do when it comes to how you do it. For you guys, it's really about the softness of the meat. You value that quite high. So from a Droughtmaster perspective, going into the future, South Africa would probably follow suit at some point in time. This is a great way for South Africa to catch up. Yeah.
Look, as I said, our markets are slightly different, but the ability of the Droughtmaster to meet different requirements in different markets is the key to it. So in Australia, if the guys want to take them through to weaners, the market's there. If they want to take them through to heavy feeders, if they want to turn them into bullocks, it's that ability to fit into a number of different markets. Once you pigeonhole yourself into one market and you become market specific, if that market isn't going well, then you're not going well.
You become a price taker.
Versatility is the key.
You guys are in a fortunate position that way. You guys export a lot of meat. China, Japan, a lot of Asia, the UAE, that sort of countries. Does very well for you guys. South Africa, hopefully one day will get to that point where they can export meat, but until then, focusing on making sure the quality is key. When we look at the carcass in Australia, what is the carcass quality that you guys are looking at? Was quite important.
So I guess again, for us, it's about being somewhere in that middle. We're not aiming towards the high end, but we're also better than, and being in the middle, I guess, gives you that bit of flexibility. But what it comes down to for us is that animal's ability to convert feed into kilos, be it grass, grain or whatever. The conversion rates in Droughtmasters, and again, be it in grass or in a feedlot, that's really where they come to the fore. And you guys are no different to us. As I said, your markets are different. You've got different requirements at the moment, but the profitability of an animal still comes down to the fact that you've got to convert and they do well.
Okay, last question. A lot of the guys that comes to Nampo this week will see a Droughtmaster for the first time, although the breed's been here almost 20 to 30 years.
Yeah.
But it's only really establishing himself now as a breed. A lot of guys will ask questions, where does it fit in? Is there anything different than the other synthetic breeds that we see around here, the composite breeds? What makes the Droughtmaster so special for you? What is that key unique factor?
It's interesting when you mention composite breed. They are a composite, but as we touched on earlier, the stability of the breed, that predictability. If you buy a Droughtmaster bull and he looks like that, his progeny will look the same. And that puts us a long way ahead of a lot of other of the composite breeds that are a little bit shorter bred, for want of a better word. But it comes down to the basics, you know, fertility, longevity, temperament, and survivability, and that's the key. And they'll see that in the Droughtmasters, and they'll, you know, there's a lot of good cattlemen around here, and they'll work it out pretty quickly.
Yeah, and something that has survived the outback can probably survive anywhere in the world.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Darren, it's great speaking to you. I hope to get you again at some point, and hopefully I can come visit you guys on that side. I'd love to see what you guys are doing there. But thank you very much for talking to us.
It's a pleasure. Thank you very much.
Okay, there you have it. So all the way from Australia, that's his opinion. Make sure you get to the Nampo, get to the Droughtmasters, and they are right here at the end, just behind the small livestock complex, and they're gonna be here all week answering your questions. Marius Barkhuizen is here, and one or two of the others. Until next time, cheers.